Good evening, everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Quincy Bell. As in this game, it's going to be OPRF taking on Benet Academy. OPRF, of course, a non-conference opponent. Benet in the CCHL. OPRF has struggled this year, Quincy, but technical difficulties. I'm sure you guys can hear us, but you can't see us on camera yet. While we're doing that, you can see.
Me, Kyle.
Can we see us now? Okay, good. We're there. As we're getting that ready, here's the really cool Zamboni as you see on the cameras here. But OPRF taking on Benet partner. OPRF actually tied Benet earlier in the year, but it's also an OPRF team that's 8-22-1. So if Benet doesn't play their A game, though, Quincy, OPRF could get the tie or even the victory today.
Yeah, they played Benet really well the last time they played, tied 3-3. They're going to need their A game today, though, if they want to win this game on the road, because they have struggled throughout this year, but, you know, an upset can really save your season at some points, and they know that they have the ability to do it since they came so close last time. Interested to see how well they come out and play.
Now, that game was in Oak Park. Does that factor into today's game at all now that the Huskies are playing on the road?
It should. You're normally going to be a lot more comfortable when you play at home. I expect Benet to come out with probably a better effort than they did in that first game when they tied.
Yeah, Ridgeland's one of those interesting complexes, Quincy. It's not always friendly towards the away team. Big game for Benet. This doesn't factor into the final standings for the CCHL, but you'd love to get a non-conference victory because, remember, tomorrow they're playing St. Ignatius. If they win that game, they're still on track to possibly get first place in the regular season. They lose that game tomorrow against St. Ignatius, no chance of getting first place in the CCHL.
Yeah, that's a game that they definitely need. And that, if I'm a coach, that worries me about this game in particular, because you could see this as a little bit of a trap game, looking ahead to a bigger opponent and a game that they really need. We'll see if Benet starts Ben Ciesla, who's their terrific starting goaltender. We'll see if they give him a rest and start someone else to keep him better. For that same
yeah, we saw Koehn in that game against Mount Carmel. He had the shutout, so maybe head coach Schlie decides to go with Koehn between the pipes. Final thoughts about the game today? I think it's going to be a Benet 5-2 victory over the Huskies.
I think Benet wins 4-2.
4-2, all right. I'm going 5-2, you're going 4-2. We'll see what the final score will be. Pre-game interview coming up next here on Recruitlings.
Alex Dentice, sophomore, center, class of 2026.
Alex Karras, sophomore, defense, 2026.
Ava Christensen, junior, goalie, 2025.
Ben Ciesla, junior, goalie, class of 2025.
Cade Rosenthal, junior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Carson Stone, sophomore, left wing, class of 2026.
Danny Quinlan, junior, right wing, class of 2025.
Davin Frasco, junior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Evan Petratos, junior, center, 2025.
Gavin Murphy, junior, left wing, class of 2025.
Hudson Hollweck, junior, right wing, 2025.
Hudson Schlie, junior, center, 2025.
Jack Vogt, senior, left wing, class of 2024.
Gary DeWilkins, senior, left wing, class of 2024.
Jimmy Cannon, junior, defenseman, 2025.
Joel Koehn, freshman, goalie, class of 2027.
Luca Dicosola, junior, center, class of 2025.
Luke Alpeter, sophomore, right wing, class of 2026.
Michael O'Rourke, junior, defenseman, class of 2025.
Nick Calandra, senior, defense, 2024.
Nico Dicosola, freshman, defense, 2027.
Nikolas Hensel, sophomore, wing, 2026.
Tommy Dusek, junior, center, 2025.
Tommy Radowski, freshman, defense, class of 2027.
Vinny Porro, junior, left wing, class of 2025.
Coach Andrew Schlie, 15th season, graduated St. Rita High School, 1990.
Drew Tierney, 16th year coaching for Benet, 2003 grad.
Ross McKay, goalie coach with the Benet Redwings for over 10 years.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads, custom kick drum heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Welcome to the pregame show brought to you by Recruitlings. I'm Kyle Smith along with the hockey director of Benet Academy, Jon Grzbek. A big game today. Benet Academy in a non-conference tilt against OPRF. Benet played OPRF earlier in the year, John. It was a 3-3 tie. It's an OPRF team that's been struggling. What happened in that game?
I don't know if we played our best that game, and a couple of their quick goals against us, and then we were playing catch-up during that game. So we have, end of the season. We're in January mode. Hopefully you see a really fresh Benet team, and we have St. Ignatius tomorrow. So it's pretty important for us to get some momentum from this game.
Obviously, you want the win today, want to avoid injuries. You still have to play to win, obviously, but is there going to be a lot of mixing and matching between lines 1 through 4 to get ready for tomorrow's game?
There is. We had a CCHL, SHL All-Star game yesterday, and I think you guys were part of the broadcast, but we're going to sit some of those players and rest them for tomorrow. So it'll give guys some guys that may not see some situations chances to see those situations because those kids are sitting.
For people that aren't that familiar with high school hockey, there's so many ice rinks in the Chicagoland area. That tie was on the road at Ridgeland Commons. What are some of the differences between Ridgeland Commons and Seven Bridges Ice Arena?
Well, this is our home rink, so we practice here twice a week. It's a bigger rink. It's not 200 by 85. It's the Olympic rink, so teams that play us here tend to get lost in the corners, which we like.
All right, John, final thoughts about the game today as you try to get a non-conference win.
Again, looking forward to it, using it for tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, that's Jon Grzbek. That's it for our pregame show. Play-by-play broadcast coming up next. Thank you. Good luck.
Right, thanks.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information. Seven Bridges Ice Arena in Woodridge, Illinois. It's Benet Redwings hockey versus Oak Park River Forest. Live stream brought to you by Recruitlings. Here we go.
Good evening, everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Quincy Bell. OPRF in the white as you see Jackson taking some reps between the pipes. And it's going to be a toss-up who they're going to go between the pipes. Quincy, my call is Christensen. Right now they have Ciesla. We'll see who they go with goalie today. But regardless, it's a big game for Benet. You don't want to lose or you don't want to win by 1 goal. You'd like to win handsomely. Big-time win, huge goal differential between yourself and Oak Park River Forest to have some momentum going into tomorrow's game against St. Ignatius.
Yeah, like we said in the pregame, St. Ignatius tomorrow is a huge game for Benet. They have to have that game, which means you don't want to throw this game away, but you probably would like to get out to a nice 2-3 goal first period and just kind of coast the rest of the way. But I don't think that this Oak Park team is going to make it easy on them. I think they're going to come out and fight the whole way through this game.
And for Oak Park River Forest partner, Sebastian Robinson, the player to look out for. He had a goal in that loss over Lincoln Way. He's one of the players that scores goals on this team. He's got 5 on the season. It's an OPRF team, 8-22-1. They lost against Lincoln Way a couple weeks ago. They'd love to not only play well against Benet like they did earlier in December, but also get a victory against the Redwings.
Yeah, Robinson, he's a great player. He's going to have his A game today because I'm pretty sure he's going to have the assignment of shutting down Hudson Schlie for Benet, who has been an absolute force this year. 18 goals on the year. The next highest players for Benet only have 6. That's Hensel and DeWilkins. 6.
OPRF in the white, orange, and blue, and Benet in their traditional black and red. As you can see, black and red undercoating on the jerseys. Like we talked about in the pregame show, Benet should win this one, but we did talk with Jon Grzbek in the pregame show, and they're going to sit the All-Stars. They're going to sit Quinlan. They're going to sit Schlie, at least to start. When things get interesting, they might have to play later on in the third period. But we're not going to see a lot of Jeremy DeWilkins, Daniel Quinn, or Hudson Schlie tonight. And you hope you don't see him at all, which means Benet has a, in fact, victory today.
If OPRF gets wind of that, I feel like they're going to come out a little bit more motivated. They see, oh, they're not even playing their best players against us. Let's show them that they can play.
Well, I mean, you talk to some of the parents. They're a little hesitant about today's game against Benet, even though they tied them early in the year. Remember, that was in Oak Park at a smaller rink. Ridgeland Commons is an interesting place to play. Now you're in this Olympic-style arena. Everybody loves 7 Rings.
When I got out of my car to head into the building, a Oak Park, I believe, parent got out next to me and was talking to, I think, his wife, and he said, you know, it would take a miracle for us to win this game. We might be outmatched. But they tied earlier in the season, so hopefully the players don't have that mindset.
And here we go. Face-off won by the Redwings. And past the blue line, here come the Redwings. That pass out in front as the attempted pass that time to 17. They are double rostering today, are the Redwings, as that's near the blue line, picked up by the Redwings over to 17. And then at the blue line, Dicosola has it, and then sent over to the other side of the ice, and then dumped in well by the Redwings. Early on, 17-minute periods, hard hit behind the net. As Dicosola on the left point. The other Dicosola trying to keep it in. 44, that Dicosola gets it back into the zone. 17 after it. As it's now out of the zone. What have you seen thus far in the first minute of play, Quincy?
I would like to see Oak Park come out hitting in this game. That's part of the reason Benet lost to St. Ignatius. They only have 3 losses in conference play. St. Ignatius is one of them. And in that game, they hit them and hit them hard. If you're OPRF, make your physical presence known. Come out, hit.
So this time it'll be Dentice to take the faceoff. It's won by the Huskies. They'll play it and then backhand it over behind the netminder at Jackson. At the corner, Huskies trying to get it out. They do. Slow-moving puck, now at neutral ice, picked up by the Redwings, and then sent over past center ice. Dumped in well by the Redwings, and it finds its way over to the corner. Retrieved by the Huskies, trying to get it out. Picked up by the Redwings, and then intercepted by the Huskies at neutral ice. Slow-moving puck near the skate, trickles out to the boards, and then backhanded over near the blue line. Retrieved by the Redwings, 1-on-2 the other way. That shot, it's in the net! Redwings score! It's a 1-0 lead for Benet. 15:31 remaining in the period.
Too much speed by Dentice on the forecheck, completely blew past all the Husky players, snipes it, top left corner of the net, and that's exactly the start that you want to see if you're Benet.
Exactly, partner. Dentice with a nice goal, and just like that, it's 1-0 Benet, and an absolute horrible start for the OPRF Huskies.
Got to do better on that back check. I saw maybe 3-4 players that were just kind of slowly skating through the neutral zone. Got to get back better.
Into the Benet zone, it hops off. And it was played that time by Murphy, now at neutral ice. It trickles over to the OPRF bench. They'll play it. Hops off the boards at neutral ice. The Redwings will go after it, and they'll have to play it no icing. How about that? First shot of the goal for either team is a goal. It went off the post and into the back of the net. Slow-moving puck. It was right on stride. The intended target that time was Stone, and now back at neutral ice. At the blue line, backward skating action. Benet will take their time, and then it's intercepted by OPRF, delayed offside. They have to get out of the zone, then back in. Out behind the netminder, Christensen gets the start today. Off the stick of DeWilkins, and then back into the zone. Over to get it that time is 27 in O'Rourke. And like we said, Schlie, Quinlan, and DeWilkins are not going to get a lot of ice time today, as that's a good saucer pass over to the boards. Huskies playing it. Off the boards, they try to send it in, stolen away by the Redwings. Almost lost it, getting it back, and then bouncing it off the boards. Still at neutral ice, sending it over to the boards to Ciesla, and it was behind his intended target as he was trying to feed it that time to Vogt. Out behind the net, now in front, in the slot, can't get the shot on net. Huskies had it briefly at the point. Huskies get it back, bouncing it off the boards. 14:02 to go, and the Huskies, partner, they're having a real big trouble getting that puck past the center line.
It's very clear that Benet is the faster, more skilled team. That's how they beat teams. They just have a lot of really fast skaters. They're not a real big team. They don't hit a lot, but they're just so quick when they get that puck. It's hard to even keep up with them.
At neutral ice, and it was picked up by Dicosola. He gets it back. Off the stick, that's not on Dicosola, that's on his intended target in Hollweck. He's got to keep that stick down and receive that pass. On the backhand, Spinorama trying to feed it over to the point. Read well by Benet, they try to get it out, bouncing off the board, still in the Benet zone, and now at the slot. Finds its way to the other boards as one of the JV players moving his way up to varsity is 57.
I'm interested to see how these JV players play. I'm not sure how much varsity time they've been getting, but with a big chance like this to maybe prove your name, get some more reps on the main team.
At the corner, Benet gets it deep into the OPRF zone. Sliding puck past the stick. Grabbed by Benet at the end line, trying to feed it out in front. Now to the point, stolen away by OPRF, and with it right now is Griffin Wesley. Wesley with it, checked into the boards. Loose puck, going after it is Benet. It's hard to see those OPRF numbers. They got that light orange trim jersey, and right behind it is white and blue.
Not doing us any favors.
Where is it? I might have to, normally I watch it off the monitor, but I might have to watch it through the netting to see those numbers. Either way, it's hard, they're hard to see. Out to the boards. Live chat active, just go on to the YouTube broadcast and chat your favorite moment of today's broadcast and your favorite high school, college, and NHL memory. At neutral ice, the OPRF Huskies have it now. They just haven't had the puck for a long time today. Every time they get it, they have it for maybe a couple seconds, and Benet steals, and they go on their forecheck. 12:05 to go in the period. Your favorite high school, college, or NHL memory, you can text 330. That shot covered up by Christensen. Great pass out in front. Christensen with the save. And partner, Benet got a little complacent in their own zone, and OPRF almost made him pay.
That's what OPRF's going to have to do to win this game. They got to just pressure Benet when they're in the defensive zone. And I know the puck didn't go in the net there, but you got to be pleased about that scoring chance. Maybe they can win this faceoff and keep it.
Joseph Koehn won that faceoff. Wesley trying to get it on net. In between the CCM signs as Benet can't get it out. OPRF dumping it in. Off the boards. Retrieved by Benet. Battling through the check. Stolen away by the Huskies. Trying to send it over to the slot. Benet got in the way of that passing lane. Now there's another shot. It's off the side of the net. Great attempt, though, for the Huskies as it was delivered by Mitchell Spear. Out at the slot, trying to do the turnaround shot. Beautiful move by Wesley. He's got an open man shot. Oh, goes wide. But partner, Bennett's got to do a better job on defense. Wide open in the slot there.
It's exactly what you want to see if you're OPRF. Keep Benet in their defensive zone. Keep them on their toes. Eventually, that puck's going to find the net.
Bennett's got to do a better way of getting him out. That slap shot goes high. I like the idea, partner. Maybe if he had done the snap shot, quicker time to get that puck off, it might have gone in on net.
Yeah, I would have rather tried to see a snapshot like that. But once again, they're keep betting on their heels here.
Look, there's a reason. I don't know what it is, but there's something about this OPRF team where they play their best hockey against this Benet team. They have 8 wins of the year, 2 of them to Lake Forest, and they have that tie, the only tie of the season, to the Benet Academy Redwings.
Yeah, when you play really good teams, a lot of players will rise to the occasion and play their best hockey. And that doesn't mean that you're going to always come out with a win, but it will show in the scorecard.
Trying to get that shot on net was Fransen. Last touch by Benet, and it might be a penalty against the Red Wings. We'll see what they call. No, offside. That's interesting, though, because usually they played man and Benet stole it. You think they would just play on with Benet having the puck.
Yeah, I kind of thought that would go that way.
Kind of a break for OPRF as Benet had numbers on the forecheck. Meanwhile, it's back into the Benet zone, and they have struggled the last couple of minutes getting that puck out. Still out behind Christensen, stolen away by Dicosola. He slides it to his teammate at the hash mark, and then they try to get it up to the center line. Hollweck, the intended target. He goes after the nearest defender, and OPRF at neutral ice trying to get it out. Now played by Rosenthal, out to the blue line. This game, partner, it's been a fun one to watch. Benet has definitely been the better hockey team at neutral ice, but once OPRF gets that puck past the blue line, they have been going toe-to-toe against Benet.
They caught up in the shot department. They were getting heavily out in the first 4 minutes of the game, and since then, they probably cleaned up that shot card. They are really giving Benet
Go at left wing. That face-off, we'll say won by the Huskies, but they actually tried to push the puck forward instead of getting it back to their defense. Out behind the net, it's played by 57. Remember, there is some late junior varsity call-ups in the varsity game today. That shot blocked, it's off the stick of Christensen, finds its way to the corner. Backhanded try, now back out to the point, puck loose in the slot, picked up at the point. Shot attempt for OPRF, it's in the net! They tie it up, goal awarded. Jack Pinicelli, and just like that, partner, it's a 1-1 game.
Great job by OPRF of getting bodies in front of the net. When you screen the goalie, good things are going to happen. Shot in the right place, we got a tie game.
How about that, partner? It's been a struggle for OPRF this year, but for whatever reason, they play excellent hockey against the Red Wings, and we might have to see Hudson Schlie in the second and third period.
If I was Benet, I probably would have played the starters and all-stars in the first period and hoped to get them instead of near the end. Taking the starters out at the start of the game and hoping that your lesser players can take over the game.
Oh my gosh! That looked like it was to the head, though. And now the question is not if it's a penalty, but if it's going to be a 10-minute major. That was so blatant, part of the Huskies didn't even argue it.
That was earth-shattering hit. My
Wesley's going to take a sit-min. Will be for 2 minutes. 10.
When I said come out, being the more physical team, that did not get the players in the head and take them necessary.
I mean, it's such an unnecessary penalty, as he was going to pass the puck anyways. Yeah, I mean, if you see it one more time on replay, it sure looked like it's to the head. It's at least 5, if not 10. I mean, you get the 2-minute for instigating, right? So it's a power play regardless for Benet. A big break for the Red Wings, and an ill-advised hit by the OPRF Huskies.
Not what you like to see right after a goal. You know, immediately going on the penalty kill is not great once you just tie the game, especially since Benet's power play has been very potent all year long.
You know, being a rough hockey player, the enforcer is one thing, but you still have to play smart hockey. It's like you said, Quincy, is that one stolen away? Chance for OPRF on the penalty kill. Backhanded shot saved by Christensen. Finds its way behind Christensen. Dicosola gets it on his stick. A couple of stick handles. He'll skate with the puck past the blue line. He dribbles with it past center ice. And now past the blue line. Spinorama reset. And they're having some trouble spacing themselves out. And now back out to the hash mark. They almost knocked into each other between 18 and 17 there.
Benet got to get a little bit more organized on this power play. It looks like they're kind of rushing things and don't know where they need to go with the puck. Now it looks like they're slowing it down a little bit.
At the blue line, sending it over to the face-off dot. Trying to set it up in front. Reading it well was Jackson. Back out to the corner. 55 seconds remaining on the power play. If you're just joining us, a couple of goals scored by each team. Panicelli, the last goal for OPRF. That shot, loose puck in the slot. OPRF, good job, Quincy, getting that puck out, making sure there's no garbage goal rebound.
Not only did Panicelli score the first goal of the game for OPRF, he was doing a great job about getting bodies out of the way of his goaltender. No one was setting the screen with him down low near the
Trying to get it out to the face-off dot. They do. Now back out. Oh, they weren't ready for it. You're right, partner. They got to be more organized. Communication, lack of communication there, and they lost the puck deep in OPRF zone. Now O'Rourke will play it. O'Rourke trying to set it up in front. OPRF, they try to clear it in front of the net. That's offside against the Redwings. Great read that time by Stone. He has to get out of the zone and make sure there's no offside. Now a couple stick handles. Shot, it was partially blocked. Last touching, it was off the stick of Jackson. No more power play. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Now back to neutral ice. Nice penalty kill by OPRF partner. Benet did not have a lot of opportunities on a crash the net philosophy.
OPR getting a lot of momentum here. You got to feel really good about yourselves after you kill off that big penalty.
At the point, that shot, and covered up well by Jackson. Getting it on net was James Cannon. And both netminders, they really haven't been tested a lot, partner. Both teams blocking shots and making sure that the puck is not at the point and slot for those shot attempts.
Yeah, both Christensen and Jackson, respectively, both look very good. And both of the goals that were allowed, really, you can't even blame on the goaltender. Both of them just plays perfect.
That's Ben Affleck saying, wicked hot shot. Off the crossbar or posting in. Of course, people from Boston say we have accents. Polish sausage. Face off won by the Huskies. Picked up by Dusek. He plays it to himself, and now out to the slot.
OPRF is getting a lot more physical, not just with that big hit that got their penalty. They are pushing them around a little bit. They got numbers the other way.
And I was right, partner. It's a 3-on-2 right now for the Huskies. Out to the trailer at the face-off circle. Shot partially blocked, out behind the net. Can't do the wraparound try, and then trying to clear it is Benet. They kind of do, and it's at center ice. Panicelli will play it, stolen away by Benet as Carson Stone had it briefly. Now near the blue line, and OPRF will play it at neutral ice. Backhanded in. Christensen better have her A game today, partner, because another goal given up, that might be it today. And it could be an OPRF 2-1 win the way they're playing defensively.
They've been really doing a good job back checking, getting back on defense. Since that first goal where they allowed a breakaway, they've been pretty much shut.
Now a pass attempt. It was to Murphy, as Murphy will play it. Trying to saucer pass his way into the slot, but it was stolen and getting in the way of that passing lane by the Huskies. As on the steal attempt, Benet got it, sending it into the zone. Murphy after it, over to the corner. Huskies play it. And now at the corner, hitting him off the puck. Barnes will take it. Barnes, saucer pass, off the skate, getting in the way of that passing line well, drops it into the zone. Grabbed by Jackson, picked up by OPRF, retrieved by Benet. Dicosola can't keep it in, it's off his skate, offside against Benet with 5:26 to go, 1-1 tie. If you're a Benet fan, Quincy, you'd love to see him score before the Zamboni.
Yeah, I would not want to have a tie game. I mean, no one wants to have a tie game
right.
At all, but they got to get some momentum, man. They've been just looking kind of out of sorts on offense. I know you can contribute part of that to last JV players playing up, but they still got to be more clean on offense. OPRF has really shut that down these last few minutes.
And you got to wonder, too, if you're an OPRF fan, where has this been all season? Why is it these games and the Lake Forest game? I mean, Bennett's a great team, 12-3 in the CCHL. Why is this game OPRF plays well and other games not so much?
They're just rising to the occasion. When you play a really good team, you got to know in your mind, I need my A game. A lot of players really rise to that. They love those types of games.
That shot still loose. Not sure it got on net. Might have been partially blocked by OPRF. Puck off the body of Dicosola, and are they going to call offside on Benet? Probably. I mean, it was close. I thought that Dicosola was in the zone when he played it, but puck might have just gotten past the blue line, and he tried to get it back in. They call offside. The good thing about an offside, Quincy, is you're allowed to have a line change, so if you're tired, you're better to get some players on the ice.
Yeah, they're not short for players today. They're playing both.
Played it to corner, stolen away by Benet. Out front, shot. Loose puck, still in the slot. Dicosola trying to get on net. Off the pad and covered up, and now bodies flying. Chano with a push. Panicelli was there, as was Trotta.
Great goaltending there by Jackson. 2 big saves, 1 point blank with no one even in front of him.
Excellent job by Jackson. They're going to need him harder if they're going to win this game. It was a 3-3 tie earlier in the season. The way this game's going, it could be a 3-2 final or even less than that. Face-off coming up. It'll be James Cannon, as he will try to feed it over to Karras if he can win it. Face-off. We'll say won by OPRF. Well, you could also say that's a tie. And now back in their own zone. Then I like that. Get a little creative. You don't always have to go up with it. You can backward skate back in your own zone and retreat and reconnoiter. Open man. They stay on side. That shot covered up well by Jackson.
Jackson needs his A game to win this game, and looks like he's brought it today. Not flustered by that early goal that Benet got.
Got to get those shots low, partner. Easiest shot for a goalie to make, that high glove save. Try to get it off the pad. One shot, next person goes after the puck, and you get the rebound goal. Up to the point. Rister goes wide. Picked up by Benet. Couple of stick handles. Skates with it. Looking for a target. Can't get it to him. That pass to the trailer. Karras, oh boy. That was a dangerous pass, Quincy. Karras just barely got that puck in deep.
Yeah, big risks taken there. Kind of unnecessary.
Oh no, this might be a charge against Benet. The hand goes up. OPRF will have 5-on-4 hockey. It's a tough call, partner. We're going to watch it in a minute.
From what I saw on the ice, I'm not sure if I like that call. Didn't he barely even knock it?
Well, that's more than 3 steps. That's a charge.
That is more than 3 steps.
Yeah, he was like halfway between the face-off down the blue line when he made his charge towards the opponent. And it was an unnecessary play because he had help on defense on the back checking. And these are the things that Benet has to work on. Remember we saw that St. Ignatius game, those unnecessary penalties that they were committing. I know it's a non-conference game. This still factors into the final Blackhawk Cup standing. But yeah, for Benet, these unnecessary penalties are going to hurt you come playoff time, and you'd like to see them avoid them going forward.
Yeah, I mean, OPRF came out, getting more physical, but just because the other teams get more physical doesn't mean you got to take stupid charging penalties like that. And if you're the Huskies here, a power play goal could really put Benet on their heels. I know they would not want to be down 2-1.
We'll see. We have not seen a lot of DeWilkins, Quinlan, and Schlie. They played yesterday in the All-Star game. The CCHL versus Scholastic Hockey League game is now played by Barnes. Koehn behind him, as Koehn will set up the power play offense out behind the net. We'll give you some Steelers-Ravens updates as we have some downtime during the broadcast. 3:12 remaining in the period. Still power play hockey for another minute and 19. Backhanded into the zone. Played right now by Cannon. Stop and start move. And they'll just clear it. You can do that at this level. Remember, in the high-performance hockey league, when you're down a man, you still get called for icing. It's always an interesting rule when I do play-by-play for those games. Yeah. Chicago Mission, St. Louis move. Stop and start move. The patience is definitely there by OPRF, partner. They are not forcing shots on net.
That was part of the reason, one of the reasons they got their first goal to start this game. They were being really patient when they got
That's the blue line, 1-on-2. Playing a little monkey in the middle, and now he'll shoot it. Good job, just wasting time, and excellent job by Hollweck. He attacks, forcing the cover-up from Jackson.
Great job at the penalty kill so far for Benet. He's been able to figure it out separate times.
Things getting interesting. Not a huge crowd. Usually we get sellouts on Saturdays, but because it's non-conference, I think we'll see a much bigger crowd tomorrow. Sunday game against St. Ignatius in Fifth Third Arena. Face off. That time was won by Hollweck. Dicosola trying to get it on net. It's off his own teammate shin guard and out of the zone. What a break for OPRF.
Not the types of shots you want to block.
off the skate. And nice job at the last second, poke check it out. Otherwise, Hollweck had a one-on-one the other way. Ill-advised pass. 3 Huskies around, now 4. Hollweck, little toe drag to himself, trying to get it over to the point. He's taken off the puck well. Now at the hash mark, that does it for the penalty kill. 5-on-5 hockey now with 1:43 to go. And covered up by Christensen. She gets the start. Remember, she plays AAA hockey down in Florida, so she's more than capable. She just doesn't have as much practice reps as Ciesla has. There's a go to Ciesla in a big conference game. This is a non-conference game, so Christensen gets the nod. She's done well. In the last 5 minutes, Benet has made the adjustments, Quincy. They're getting that puck out quicker.
Yeah, they've definitely been controlling the last 2-3 minutes or so. We'll see who can control this last minute going into the second period.
Picked up by Benet, bouncing it off the glass. Vogt the intended target. He forechecks. After it now is Wesley. He's tied up behind his netminder in Jackson. Vogt trying to steal. Vogt pokes at it. It's sent up near the boards. One-on-one now for the Huskies. That shot, oh, it's off the post! Oh boy, Cooper Smith almost had a brilliant goal on the one-on-one.
Cooper Smith is actually OPRF's backup goalie. Gets some very good chances around the net right there.
Oh boy. Actually, it might have been Griffin Lane, sorry about that. Back out to the line. Like I said, it's hard to see these jerseys.
It was 92.
Oh, it was 92, okay. So I was right the first time.
He's after it again.
Cooper Smith. And he's taken off the puck well.
Yeah, it says Smith.
Very rarely do you see a team that has orange jerseys with orange stripe. Making it tough on us.
They kind of remind me of Syracuse.
Don't they usually have the white numbers and the orange jerseys?
Yeah, just the scheme.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of orange, blue, and white. Well, the Bears.
Yeah, kind of.
Usually they wear the blue or orange. Very rarely do they wear the white. 29.5 seconds. How about that Cooper Smith off the post? One that Christensen probably should have had, but you know what? The post is a goalie's best friend, and she played the far side. Picked up well by the Huskies. Out in front of Christensen. Scatters over to the corner. Off the skate, trying to get it on net. And back out behind Christensen. Tap pass, right on target. Last attempt on the forecheck for the Redwings. That shot blocked, backhanded in the slot, picked up by the Huskies. 3 seconds to go, and that will do it for the period. A surprising, but not shocking, 1-1 tie. We'll take a break. More hockey action coming up next here on Recruitlings.
I wasn't trying to
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Oh, I'm sorry. Second period about to start. Kyle Smith alongside Quincy Bell. As you can see us on camera here. Hope you're having a nice Saturday. Happy New Year, everybody, if we didn't already tell you. 1-1 tie, and it's decision time for Andrew Schlie and the Redwings coaching staff. Do you put your son Hudson back in the lineup? Do you wait another period? Daniel Quinlan and Jeremy DeWilkins have either seen no time or limited time. What do you do if you're Benet? Because if they don't play, very good chance that OPRF gets the victory.
It's hard to put a guy in cold in the middle of the game. It's not like baseball where you can come off the bench and shit. Even then, that's hard. To put a guy in just straight cold into a game in the second period when all these other guys can warm it up and play throughout this whole game, it would be an adjustment for even the best of players. I would say try to ride this second period out, and then if you absolutely have to put it in the third period, I don't really agree with that coaching strategy. I would have rather seen the Stars come out in the first period, hopefully get a 2-3 goal lead, then bring in your backups and JV players, but not the same coaching philosophy. But OPRF, in that first period, they were very composed, especially defensively. After that breakaway goal to start the period, they were, I thought, the better team for the majority of minutes throughout the middle of that period. So, 1-1 game, and I expect them to come out with a better effort in this second period.
Could be a one-goal final. I mean, we'll find out what happens. And Hudson Schlie, I'm sorry, that was Dicosola that takes the face-off. What a year that Hudson Schlie has had. 18 goals, 11 assists. I don't know if we'll see him today, taking off well off the puck. As taken off was Griffin Wesley. He's played a lot of minutes today at the corner. As Serrata lost it, picked up by Dicosola. He's played a lot of minutes on line one today. On the backhand, switching to the forehand. Stop and start moving a beauty. The separation was made that time by Dicosola, but the Huskies steal, hopping it off the board. Sliding puck picked up by the Redwings as they restart in their own zone. Sends the puck up. That shot blocked. Grabbed by OPRF. One hopping puck. And it finds its way past the end line. Icing called against the Huskies early on in the period. And a big face-off coming up for Benet. They'd love to win it, possibly get a goal off the face-off.
Great back check on that last play by Cameron Barnes. Terrific to just get back there in front of the passing lane and a one-on-one on the right side. It's not easy to just stay in front of the puck and eventually block a shot. Great job.
If you're wondering, if you're an OPRF fan, you want to avoid giving up penalties against Benet. They are clearly the best power play team in the CCHL. 24 power play goals, total goals on the year for the Red Wings, 61.
Those 24 power play goals are 9 higher than second place, which is Brother Rice.
That's surprising, right? Because Brother Rice, they've had an okay year, just 6 and 9. And obviously, St. Ignatius, there's a reason why they're 13 and 2. They have scored 14 power play goals, 9 power plays. How about this for a stat, partner? Providence has only scored 12 goals on the power play, but they by far have the best assist numbers, 18 power play assists.
That's interesting.
That face-off's won by OPRF. They can't get the shot on net, though.
They have stats for a power play against.
Yeah. Well, no, they do not. They blew it. No, they have shorthanded goals, though. Benet, 6 shorthanded goals. They've done really well in the penalty kill. But them and St. Ignatius, they're having trouble with penalties, partner. St. Ignatius, 259 penalty minutes, 244 for Benet. Kind of surprising. They're second and third place, respectively, in the conference. But they commit their fair share of penalties, too.
That's part of St. Ignatius' game. They come out hitting hard. If I'm the way they play, they're probably just fine.
Right. But they're not in first place, so maybe a couple less penalties would help. That chance as Jackson falls down, butterfly style. Another try for the Red Wings. And it's blocked by Benet. OPRF. But now back out to the blue line near their own bench. Not sure what that was about, but it's an icing for OPRF in favor of them, and they get the line change. Remember, at the NHL level, you cannot do a line change off your own icing, but at this level, you can.
That seemed like an unnecessary icing by Dentice. Probably had a lot of room to go up that right side.
I was surprised by it. I was saying it was a little confusing. Face-off won by the Red Wings, backhanded off the skate, now near the blue line. The Red Wings have numbers, 3-on-2, but they need to hurry as the back checker's in play now for OPRF, right into the breadbasket of Jackson. He'll cover it up, 14:51 to go, still a 1-1 tie.
Jackson having a great day. Allowed a goal on his first shot he faced, but since then he has gloved, padded everything away.
Face-off. We'll say that's won by the Huskies behind their own netminder. Slow-moving puck, retrieved by Benet. Benet gets it back. That shot. Oh, Jackson with a nice save. He didn't see it at first, Quincy, but at the last second got his pad in the way of that puck.
said he needed his A game today. He's definitely brought it. Benet getting very aggressive, pinching a lot, trying to keep OPRF in the front.
You'd like to get that lead so you can build that confidence up, because remember, you're not playing at full strength. You don't have Schlie, Quinlan, or DeWilkins. And you're going to have to find ways to win, because you know what? God forbid injuries could happen. You might not have Schlie, DeWilkins, or Quinlan in those big playoff games. So you got to find ways to win without them. It's cool that they're doing this, but they would love to get the win. They already tied this OPRF team earlier in the year. As many wins as you can for standings for the Blackhawk Cup.
I just think it's unnecessary to have the starters as an emergency backup. I really just don't.
Well, I haven't seen Schlie on the bench, so it's possible that they just aren't going to play at all today. But it was a late Jon Grzbek let me know that they were not available to start the game. So I mean I haven't seen Quinlan either. So that try out in front, Quinlan. Dicosola trying to get it on net. Then back over to Rosenthal. Stop it.
A lot of this just back and forth skating play. You know, I feel like the longer this game stays 1-1, the more I'm liking OPRF's chances.
That was sent into the zone. That time it was Cameron Barnes Jr. As that loose puck is off the stick, Barnes will have another chance here. Barnes, shot, loose puck in the slot, and got out. Did the Redwings getting that puck out?
Great net front presence there for the defenders. Not letting OPRF set up the front row.
At the blue line, little tap pass. Out at the slot, chance. Wesley can't get it on net. Back over the boards. Get that on net. And one man in deep did OPRF to try to ricochet that into the net. Back over to neutral ice near the OPRF bench. No look backhander right on target to Dicosola. He's got Dusek at center. Dusek crashes the net off the post. Jackson didn't see it all the way. Out behind Jackson, then to the corner, out to the slot. Dusek can't get it. Now over to the point. Husky steal, and they'll just get it out.
I said earlier, post is a goalie's best friend. You love to hear that tingle like the puck got past it.
Sure was, man. Both goalies have had the best friend of the post today. Cooper Smith almost scored off the post, and then that time, Dicosola off the post. Meanwhile, there's a wide open man in front. And it was played well by Benet, forcing the shot, but partner, there's been some open men in front of their own netminder. Benet on defense today, off the blocker of Jackson, and out of play, and it could be a victory for OPRF today.
You'd like to see a better back check there if you're Benet. Kind of lazy, just 2-on-1s. A lot of that is just attributed to just lazy back check. Gotta see an improvement in that front.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta know where you are at the ice. You gotta know when to get back, and you gotta give up on the play in a sense. You gotta see that OPRF has numbers and get back to make sure they don't have an odd man rush. I mean, Bennett's playing, I think, a C+, B- game. For OPRF, they're playing the A+ game, and that's why it's tied right now.
I would give Benet a C so far. They don't get the B.
I don't know, that goal that they scored was pretty nice.
But since then, they really haven't gotten that much going. It's not like they're even getting a bunch of high-quality scoring chances. They've had one or two, but since that first goal, they've been very quiet.
Face-off out. A little tap pass, just didn't get a lot of velocity on it. Hollweck will play it. As Benet has a lot of time to get it out of their own zone. Plays with it himself, that time by Cannon. Hollweck wasn't ready for it off the side of that finds its way in front of Jackson. Slow-moving puck, stolen away. Look at that, falling to the ice and somehow got that pass right on target. And I don't think anybody touched that. They did not. Icing called against the Huskies. They get aggressive with the two-line pass, but they cannot get it on target. 10:35 to go, still a tie score.
One thing I've liked that I've seen from OPRF is Benet set up for a lot of time in their zone. They were almost in front of every single passing lane and doing a great job of breaking out of their own defensive zone. That was part of the reason they got down 1-0 early, was Benet was constantly having the puck in their offensive zone. But since then, OPRF doing a great job to break that puck out.
Off the boards, icing called against the Huskies. If you're just joining us, it's been a fun one. Dentice scored, as well as Panicelli, and that's it. 1-1 tie. And it could be a 2-1, 3-2 final. I don't think we're going to see 4+ goals today. If we do, it's because there's an empty net.
And one thing I always like to say is, good teams know how to win games in a variety of ways. Really good hockey teams can go out there and win a game 5-4 if there's much scoring, and they can also shut it down defensively, win a game 1-0, 2-1 if they have to. It would show a lot about Benet if they were able to win this game in a really low-scoring fashion, because most of their wins are from just high-powered offense outscoring.
Alpeter was after it. And O'Rourke pinches. And now OPRF has numbers. Instead, they'll dump it in. It's dumped in by Robinson. He had 5 goals coming into this game. He's been pretty quiet today. That's an attempt to get into the zone. Benet with it. Over to Alpeter. On target on the pass, right on the tape. Stone with it. Slow moving puck in the slot. That's loose. Jackson doesn't go after it. And that's in the net.
Jackson got to get that pad all the way against the post. He was just a half second too late getting it flush. Benet's going to take the lead here.
I don't see them put it on the Jumbotron yet. The goal sign is you point, and then he put his hands up like a field goal, like the net was off. I don't think the net was off.
We're sitting on the far side of the ice. I didn't really get a very good view. I can't really tell if it's in the back of the net. I did see the goal
right, well,
sign come up.
Yeah. It doesn't, well, what the nearest ref says is the call. So it doesn't matter if the puck eventually goes past the end line, the goal line, into the back of the net. If he already ruled that it was frozen, kind of a piggyback ride, as off the back of Rosenthal. After him was Joseph Leschnock, and Rosenthal gave him a pseudo piggyback ride. Off the glove that time was 17. Out behind the net. Been a fun one. As that one's in the slot, shot. It's a goal awarded for Oak Park River Forest, and just like that, the upset could happen at Seven Bridges.
Benet on their heels right now. Great job on the forecheck from OPRF, keeping that puck in the zone. They find a man in front. He goes low blocker side on Christensen. The Huskies are out buzzing right now. 2-1.
There's a lackluster pass out in front. The shot, it was a beauty that time from Wesley's stick. The assist from the assistant captain from Joseph Koehn. And what do you know about that? 2-1 lead for the OPRF Huskies. Can you believe it?
I can't. From the second they got that goal to tie it up, they've been playing with some intensity. I like what I see out of this team.
Well, it's the old adage and the old question in hockey: what matters more, coaching or players? They're without their 3 best players today, and it shows a little bit. So now it's up to the coaching staff. What kind of adjustments can they make? If Quinlan, DeWilkins, and/or Schlie, and here's attempt. Chance for OPRF, 2-on-2 now. On the pinch, that might have been ill-advised.
Very risky pinch right there. If that puck got passed, they would have had a wide open man.
Remember, no Ciesla either. Christensen got the start. Out front, 8:11 to go in the period. It seems like there's less time remaining, but there is a lot of time left in the second period, so a lot of time for Benet to regroup, reconnoiter, and readjust. But partner, it's a 2-1 lead right now for the OPRF Huskies.
A lot of teams, when they get a lead, especially when you're looking for an upset, they will sort of kind of crawl into a shell and not get as aggressive. OPRF did not do that. They got to keep the foot on the gas, keep doing what they're doing, because that's the reason they have the lead in the first place.
So his time time in the sin bin finally over for Griffin Wesley. He scored after getting back onto the ice. And now Benet, they're going to have to win at least 3-2, if not more goal scoring to get a victory today. 2-on-2 now. Stolen away by OPRF.
Great job getting back there. Good stick lift, too. A lot of times when you go for a stick lift, oftentimes you call for a high stick.
Well, now it's gut check time for Jackson. He's got the lead. What can he do with it? What can his defense do to help him out? Meanwhile, Christensen can't give up any more goals.
Defense has been doing a great job.
They decide to give Christensen the rest of the night off. They're going to go to the third string goalie today. 2-on-2 now for OPRF. They stay on side. So far, Wesley with the game-winning goal.
Interesting that they took Christensen out, but she's definitely not the reason that Bennett's down 2-1. I thought she's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, I don't think it's for behavior. I think it's just trying to get more goalies reps. I mean, you still want to win non-conference games, but right, you want to have fresh legs for tomorrow. And, we haven't seen a lot of Ciesla today. You never know if Christensen's going to have to play in a big game against St. Denis. Have her nice and rested up for tomorrow's tilt as the backup Ciesla, you would think he's going to get the start. It's a tough place to play at Fifth Third Ice Arena. Meanwhile, they can't think about that part. They got to get this victory today. They would hate to go 0-2 on the weekend.
You go into that series game coming off a loss. This game, I do not think it's going to go very well.
Meanwhile, a chance for Benet, and they somehow don't score. They had a 3-on-0.
I really thought they would put that in the net. They're surprised they converted.
Chance now for OPRF. Good job avoiding the hook. As Wesley can't get a shot on that. Taken off the puck. Dicosola taken off. Rosenthal after it, out behind the net. The Huskies, they were not, well, we don't bet high school game. But if you need to say the phrase the betting favorite, it would be Benet. And meanwhile, the Cinderella Story Huskies today. That shot's in the back of the net. 3-1 lead for OPRF. Can you believe it?
They have come to play today. Watch out, Benet. The Huskies are here at Seven Bridges.
Griffin Wesley now with 2 goals. He makes up for that bad hit. A hit to the head. He was in the box for more than 2 minutes. And he makes up for it well with 2 goals. And now for Benet, now you just got to focus on winning the game.
Yeah, that's a killer. Do not want to go down 2 goals going into the second intermission if you're Benet. They really have to bring their A game these final 6 minutes. So OPRF might open this even 4-1.
How about that, partner? I mean, when Benet scored, a minute 29 into the game, you're like, okay, here we go. They're right on track. It doesn't necessarily matter that Schlie, Quinlan, and DeWilkins aren't playing. But ever since, all OPRF needed was 1 goal, and they get it from Panichelli, and since then it's been mostly all OPRF.
And I think part of that goes back to the decision with Coach Richardson. Colin gives up a goal on his first shot face. I don't understand bringing the goalie in goal, especially in a super close game like that, when the person you put out to start the game wasn't even doing bad.
Right. It's like I said, you want to give her fresh legs. You know, playing back-to-backs, you know how in basketball it's so tough to play back-to-backs. Think about just how much your feet have to work as you're skating on the ice, playing back-to-backs. It's an age-old question. What's more cardio-intensive, basketball or hockey? In my opinion, I think they're both mutually cardio-intensive and equal there. You want to give her some minutes off, so to speak, for tomorrow's matchup against St. Denis.
Back to that question, I feel like while you're on the ice or court, hockey is more intense, but you're getting switched off the ice.
Correct. But wearing skates, it's not exactly as easy as putting on sneakers. So the pressure on your feet. To be honest, they're both really difficult sports to play. It doesn't really matter which sport you're playing.
Gotta have the stamina for both.
face-off circle. Benet plays it. Stone dumps it off. Face-off done. There's that shot off the stick of Jackson. Benet would love to get a goal. Instead of being down 2, only being down 1 is the preference if you're a Red Wing fan. That shot, stick save, good one by Jackson. He's been brilliant today.
It's definitely the main reason I feel like so far. They have this the stars been so far.
I'd go with Wesley. He's got 2 goals. He's got the game winner and the insurance goal. But then again, yeah, he committed that penalty that could have impacted this game.
Need great goaltending to fall off upsets. Jackson definitely is on his own.
Still got a lot of hockey left. We got 21 minutes left of hockey action at 7 Bridges Ice Arena. We're the CCM side, backhand. It's stolen away, trying to send the puck up. It's loose, backhander. Intended target is 76. That shot. And can't get it on net. Might have been partially deflected off the stick. Is that loose puck? Jackson plays it. Out at the hash mark. Dusek with it. Dusek off the skate. Was off the skate that time of Dicosola. And then back over inside the OPRF zone.
Benet got to get more physical too. OPRF definitely, like I said earlier, they've been coming out hit.
3:41 to go in the game. Still a 3-1 lead. Wesley with 2 goals. Panicelli with 1. Slow moving puck, and Benet decides not to pinch. Still in the OPRF zone. Now here's a chance for Benet. They got a 3-on-1. Nice saucer pass. Chance. Can't get it on net. Very hard. Another try in the slot. Backhander. And they score! Benet back in the game. A goal awarded for Gavin Murphy.
Sometimes all it takes is a bounce. Just a slow rolling puck, neutral zone. Benet eventually gets it, numbers the other way. They don't score on the first chance, but you keep jabbing at the net, good things are going to happen, and they draw closer to tying this game. They really need it.
They sure did, partner. What a big goal that was. You don't want to be down 3-1. They're down 3-2. Still a long way to go, the uphill battle, but still better to be down 3-2 than 3-1, obviously. And let's see how they play the last 3 minutes of the period.
People say a 2-goal lead is the most unsafe in hockey because if you're up 2 and then you concede 1, you kind of get a little nervous about conceding the next one. But if you score 3 goals, it's really insurmountable. So in that period, when it's a 2-goal game, you're really going to want to be the team that gets that next one on the scoreboard.
Gonna send that up in front. It was a 3-3 tie back on December 3rd. Now it's a 3-2 lead for the Huskies. Wesley had it briefly. Stone trying to send the puck up. OPRF tries to steal. Back over to the to the Red Wings. Rosenthal into the zone, out behind Jackson. Trying to send it up. And they actually clear it because it goes past the stick of the point man. Poke checked it away. Cannon, was he checked from behind? They say he was checked on the side. We play on.
OPRF may have gotten away with one. That looks at least from behind.
I guess the other argument was he already falling down when he was checked?
That's fair.
Would have been a huge call, partner. Any check from behind is 10 minutes.
That would have been a killer penalty, especially going in between periods.
It was ill-advised, too. He was about to lose the puck anyways when the check happened. Well, I mean, we're going to find out why OPRF is 8-22-1, and actually it could be 8-23-1, as I saw a loss to Lincoln Way back on December 21st. It's on their website. Played off the puck well is the backup goalie in Cooper Smith.
He's played well. I'm sure they probably use him as a skater most often, but if they need to give Jackson a race, that's probably the team to go to. So you like to have two-way players. It's like the Shohei Ohtani.
Or Goldberg, if you saw the atrocity that is D3, the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, that I agree.
It's pretty bad. Paul Correa somehow joins a high school hockey broadcast. If you remember that part of the movie.
I remember they had like broadcasters in the games. I think they're like 12.
Well, no, in D3, Paul Correa joins.
I'm talking about like the first one.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
Like I've seen like part of it. So why do they have like professional level commentators at a 12-year-old hockey pool?
Everything gets broadcasted these days. It's cool. O'Rourke with it. Plays it off the boards. He still has it. Spin around by Rourke. O'Rourke to himself. 20 seconds remaining now. And out of play. Well, whatever Coach Andrew Schlie told his boys, keep telling it to them. They look like a different hockey team the last 4 months.
Yeah, they've definitely controlled. Since OPRF got that third goal, go up 3-1, they've looked like a different team. If Benet comes out this way in the third period, they will probably tie up this game. OPRF is going to have to make a little bit of adjustments because I know they didn't think Benet was just going to lay down after going down 2 goals.
Face-off won by the Huskies, and now you just try to get it out as quick as possible. Still inside the Husky zone. After it was 19. Has a chance. That go in the net. Nice save by Koehn. You weren't expecting that. I thought it was just going to be a la-di-da last 18 seconds of hockey, and then all of a sudden, in a split second, OPRF was on the attack.
I thought that Koehn was going to come out of the net and challenge the puck handler for that thing. I thought he was going to come out of the net and do like the Braden Holtby slide into his legs, but he kind of went out and then came back at the last second. But great job there. You would have hated to see the goal in that last 4 seconds.
Look, OPRF, I don't know if they're going to make a big run in the Blackhawk Cup, but they are giving their A game today, and for Benet to win, they're going to have to at least score 2 more goals. We're going to take a break. Third period of action coming up next. It's the Redwings against the Huskies, with the Huskies up 1 here on Recruitlings.
I think my audio is still...
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
Fourth quarter.
Good evening, everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Quincy Bell. It's a 3-2 lead for Oak Park River Forest as OPRF up by 1 goal. As, it's one of those games, Quincy, that OPRF could pull off the upset today.
Not what we thought was going to happen at the start of this game. We both thought Benet would win this one pretty easily. You said 5-2, I said 4-2. It's 3-2 in favor of the Huskies. They've really brought their A game, but Benet scored near the end of that second period. I'm sure Coach Schlie is preaching to his guys, keep doing what we were doing near the end of that period, because if we keep doing that, we could tie this game up at 3 real easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting what they decide to do as they go into the locker room. If they go to Hudson Schlie, if they go to Daniel Quinlan, or if they go to Jeremy DeWilkins, or all three get some playing time in the third period. If you're just joining us, what's happened thus far has been surprising to say the least. It was 1-0 Benet, then 3 unanswered goals that were scored by the OPRF Huskies, a late goal in the third period, and that's where we stand right now. It's a 3-2 lead for the Huskies. We'll see what happens in this third period. I still think Bennett's going to get the win, but you know what? They tied earlier in the season. It could very much be a 3-3 tie. The good news for the Benet, if it's tied going into OT, we still have a shootout and 3-on-3 overtime hockey.
We will have a winner today. It's just uncertain on who that's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Benet would love it not to go to overtime, but as of right now, it could be a tie for 3-3 tie as we saw earlier in the season. So that does it for our second intermission report. Third period coming up next here on Recruitlings.
The audio is good now. I got a message that said it was good.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
trailed 1-0 today. They led by as many as 2 goals, then a late goal. They actually had a 3-on-1. They didn't score on the original pass, and then a turnaround pass out in front. Benet scored, and here we go. Dicosola, the assistant captain, he pushes the puck up. And with 17 minutes to go, we'll find out if this game goes to overtime or if it'll be a regulation win.
Both benches were getting loud in that little period right before the faceoff. OPRF's coach getting very vocal. I can hear him all the way up here. That's on the far side of the ice. Benet bench out there slapping their sticks along the side of the wall. We should be in for a very exciting third period.
It's going to be a test for Benet. They've found ways to win hockey games when they don't play their best. Another bad pass, and that was almost stolen away by OPRF. They get the puck eventually. Huskies with it now. Back at neutral ice. Sent in well by OPRF. Benet will play it. Attacking was Robinson, who's had a quiet day today. The other 44 is Benet's Dicosola as he slides the puck over to his brother and Nico. Gianluca 18, 44 is Nico. Out behind the net as it's played by Koehn. Now over to the point. Up in the air puck, as after it was Panicelli. Now inside the OPRF zone. Huskies after, trying to poke check it away in front of Jackson. Huskies get out of the slot, and they play it near their blue line. Spinorama, they'll retreat in their own zone. Panicelli calls for it, he gets it, past the center line as he dumps it in, but he took a price for it, hit hard into the boards by 57.
Fresh sheet of ice out there after that Zamboni. The whole game is just being played a lot quieter, I've noticed that.
Now 75 after it. Out at neutral ice. Off the stick of Petratos. Played by the Huskies. Sending it off the boards. Slow moving puck. Huskies were after it briefly, as after it was Barnes. Now into the zone.
OPRF's done a better job of getting the puck out of their defensive zone. That's what they were doing well when they were getting those 2 goals. But since they allowed that goal at the end, they were not doing a good job of getting the puck out of their zone. But so far, other than right now, they've been doing it better.
Yeah, it's
I feel like I may have spoke too soon, because as I was saying that, they were buzzing right around the net.
Yeah. Bennett's got to continue the pressure as the net falls off. Both refs getting it back into place. Jackson says thank you. He gets a high five from Fransen.
Big face-off upcoming here.
Say that one was won by Benet. They have a 2-on-1 shot off the side of that. Wraparound tried it to go in. It did! Goal awarded! Hudson Hollweck. We're all tied at 3.
That play was all Hudson Hollweck. Original shot does not go, but quickly gets it behind the net. Wraparound, sneaks it past Cole Jackson. Just like we thought. Benet not going away quietly. They've got this game tied up at 3.
They won the face-off. Goes off the side net. Jackson needs to get back to the other post quicker, but let's give credit to Hollweck. Great goal by Hollweck, not so good goaltending by Jackson, and it's a 3-3 tie now.
OPRF really got to come out composed. They look maybe a little bit rushed since that last goal. Got to get back to what they were doing when they took this lead.
I mean, that's what happens, right, when you're a bad hockey team. Even when things start to go your way, you're like, okay, it's easy sledding now. And you take your foot off the gas, and here we go, a 2-on-2 now for Benet. Out in front, chance, trying to redirect it in off the side of the net. Stone looking for 11 as Murphy can't get it on net. Petratos calls for it. He'll have to go back on defense. He plays his opponent off the puck, off the pad of Jackson, and then over to the boards. Karras pinches, he sends it in deep. It was played by OPRF, then back onto the tape of Karras. Goes past the skate of Jackson, and then back out behind Jackson near the corner. It caroms over, and then couple of players after it. Benet now has it. One-timer chance, and Jackson able to cover it up. Vogt with the shot, Jackson with the save, and Benet getting closer and closer to retaking the lead.
Jack Vogt is going to be thinking about that missed shot all night. He had a great chance right in front to take the lead, just completely whiffed on the shot. I know he's kicking himself over there.
Wow, just a quarter of an inch one way would have been a goal, but a quarter of an inch the other way would have missed entirely. And yeah, he didn't get much on it, but he got a shot attempt. Not a shot on goal, though, because it went into the breadbasket of Jackson. Meanwhile, a chance for the Huskies.
I would have liked to see Wesley crash the net on that. He had enough space on the right side, but just cut it to the left looking for backup. I would have liked to see him just crash the net. You've already got 2 goals today.
Out in front, past the backhand, and on the pinch. Try to set it up in front, and it slides over off the boards at the point. Shot! Almost got the game-winning goal. Remember, it's an interesting lineup for Benet today. Their 3 best players, their 3 CCHL All-Stars aren't playing. They've used 2 different goalies, and it's still 3-3, the same score it was a month ago. Ill-advised pass, stolen away by OPRF. The puck's loose, and Koehn almost lost that puck, and he did. And a break for Benet. Partner, you got to fall on that puck. Don't pick it up like a shortstop.
Yeah, you got to just trap it. Glove over the puck. You can't be doing that. That was almost disastrous from Koehn. You got to make sure you get your glove over that puck.
Here we go. A face-off coming up as Koehn almost cost his team the game, but luckily the ref decided to call for a frozen puck, but I thought that puck was still loose when the ref blew the whistle.
Yeah, there were OPRF players that were pouncing on that chance, but whistle blown anyway.
Out at the corner, on the tape. 17 over to Dicosola. Dicosola backhands it over. Out in front and off the stick. Dicosola played off the puck, and he's drilled to the ice.
Nice crisp passes by the Huskies there to get that puck out.
Huskies with it now. OPRF sending it off the board. 17 getting in the way of that. And icing called against the Huskies. We'll stop play at 11:48. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Kyle Smith alongside Quincy Bell. Chat is live. You just got to subscribe for a minute. You can chat. If there's something wrong with the audio, we'll get that fixed for you guys. Anything wrong with the broadcast, we'll get it fixed for you. Or, if you want to do some trash talk, chat's live for you as well.
Your wish is our command.
Thank you, Robin Williams /Genie. That's 57, gets it back in deep at the corner. And now at the point. There's a chance for Benet. Shot and didn't get much on it. It was off the stick of James Cannon. Cole Jackson with a save, and next goal might be the difference in this game.
It should be. If we are in a tie game, our cameraman Eric did tell us in between periods they might go straight to a shootout instead of, might not have it now. Might not have it now.
How about that? James Cannon with a humongous goal. And after everything that went wrong for Benet in that second period, how much of a difference a new period does.
New period, new game sometimes, and that's exactly what we've had here. The start of this third period looked a lot like the start of the first period, with Benet just buzzing around endless chances. They've capitalized on 2 of them so far, and OPRF, they really got to dig deep if they want to tie this game, because they have not looked very good to start this period.
Well, a sigh of relief as you can hear the Benet fans above us and to the right. He has a 2-on-1 now. Shot and saved by Jackson. Burner, Jackson's been a little iffy this period. We talked about him being your #1 star, of the 3 stars of the game. The wraparound that he probably should have had, and the shot off the faceoff. It wasn't that hard of a shot from James Cannon. The shot wasn't exactly shot out of a cannon off his stick. Out front, trying to feed it to Petrados. And Huskies have numbers. Can they get the puck? They will. And how much of a difference 2 goals make? It goes from a 3-2 lead for OPRF, Benet having to think about when they pull their goalie, to now OPRF has to score in the next 9 minutes, or Cannon's going to have to take a seat on the bench.
I would probably pull the goalie with 2 minutes if I was OPRF, because I think this game means a little bit more to them. I think they really have to put their foot on the gas if they do end up getting still down a goal with limited time.
Ideally is, oh no!
Look out.
Now in the NHL, partner, that's 2 minutes for delay a game.
That puck was fired into the bleachers. Got to have your head on a swivel when you come to 7 Bridges.
And he was in his own zone. Are they going to call delay a game? He wasn't deep in his own zone. Like, he wasn't at the end line when he did it.
I think that's, in the NHL, I think that's the most careless penalty to make, is
correct.
delay a game.
Some people make the argument for tripping, but yeah.
Tripping's close, but at least with tripping, you could be like, I was trying to make a play on the puck.
Yeah, right. That shot. Play the body, right? When you start hacking that stick at the shin guard, it becomes a trip. And then back out to neutral ice. Slow-moving puck slides its way to the end line, and icing called against the OPRF Huskies. You know, you want to be great, partner, you got to have 51 minutes of great hockey, and you can't just play 34 minutes of great hockey. OPRF, they played 34 minutes of great hockey, and the last 10,
I mean, especially if you want to pull off a big upset, there's still time. I thought after the first 5 minutes, OPRF scored 3 goals unanswered. They were by far the better team, but since then, Benet has a new look, new energy to them, and you have to expect that that's going to happen. A great team is not just going to lay down when they end up behind.
Right, and they just, you know, finding ways to win, right? Not everything's not always going to go your way. You got to find ways to win hockey games. I get it. They don't have their 3 best players, arguably the 3 All-Stars from the CCHL, but they're finding ways to win. It's an opponent that's not as good as them, an opponent that's at full strength, and they're down 3 players, and Bennett's up by a goal.
Even with Benet not on their A game today, if you can get a win coming from behind off 2 backup goaltenders and your 3 stars not playing, shows a lot of grit in your team.
Right, and I know, like, well, they're only 8-23-1. I get that too, and that's a chance. Get your stick down, bud. As Carson Stone not ready for that pass. But you know what? It's, for whatever reason, OPRF plays this team well. They play Benet well, whether it's at Ridgeland Commons or here at 7 Bridges. I don't know what it is, and I wish that this could continue for them going forward this season. But whatever it is, they play their A game against the Redwings.
Good job on the back check, getting back. That might be, nope, not a trip.
Problem is they've been playing their B game this period, and Bennett's playing A+ hockey, and now that's why it's a 4-3 lead for the Redwings. And some okay goaltending by Cole Jackson, not great. Here's a chance for OPRF. That shot can't freeze it. Did Koehn? Another chance, backhander blocked by Rosenthal. Koehn hasn't been great either.
He's got to do a better job at freezing that puck. That's 2 times OPRF has almost pounced for a goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, though, partner, it's always harder coming off the bench than when you're named the starter, getting the majority of the reps both in practice and right before the game.
You're definitely right, Kyle. And I know I talked about my disagreements with benching Christensen. I don't know if that was the game plan going in, was have one goalie take half the game, the other take half the game, but I thought Christensen was playing a lot better. I didn't like that they took her out, but so far, they still have a lead.
They still have a lead, yeah. Koehn just needs to play a little better, and he would tell us if he was the second guest analyst, he would tell us that he needs to play better. I mean, every goalie is like that. There are some goalies that are perfectionists. That's stolen away by OPRF, puck in the slot. There are some goalies that are such perfectionists. Look at that move, my goodness. That shot saved by Jackson. And they're such perfectionists. They'll tell me, Kyle, I had an okay game. He had 59 saves, but it was on 60 shots.
Yeah, a perfect game, I would have allowed no goals.
Right. My rebound control wasn't spectacular.
I had 2 shots hit the post.
You know. But some goalies will argue when the puck hits the post or the crossbar, usually the post, is here's a chance for Benet right into the breadbasket of Jackson. And they'll argue, well, it hit off the post because I played it so well. The only thing he could hit was the post, or he would have missed the net entirely. You can make that argument. the famous play from the original Mighty Ducks movie where Bombay hits the post on the shootout. The penalty shot. Well, I hit the post, and the goalie will argue, well, I meant for him to hit the post. Yeah. Backhanded pass.
You got a stoppage for something.
The net follow?
Look, yeah, it's a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, they're readjusting it.
Came off the pegs a little bit.
Right. See, Benet doesn't like that, Quincy, because now OPRF gets a free line change out of it. Yeah. Whereas if they kept, with the rhythm of the game, a quick face-off, and OPRF can't get as many men off the ice, but they didn't change there.
Benet has had their fair share of troubles with this net. You go back to the St. Ignatius game. That was the last game I called here. Net got knocked off. Controversial call. Part of the reason why they lost that game. So I'm pretty sure they're sick and tired of that near side net.
Yeah. And is it just me, or does it feel 10 degrees colder in this ice rink than a couple of months ago?
Yeah, well, it's a lot colder outside.
Correct.
But I agree.
Jackson doing what he can to stay warm, stay loose. And OPRF winning the faceoff. They did a great job in those faceoffs in the first and second period, not so much in the third. And now decision time for Benet. Do you stay aggressive, crash in that philosophy, or do you relinquish your number of pinches, and do you get back checking another man deep to make sure that there's no odd man rushes against you?
I would send the extra back checker deep, because OPRF has had 1 or 2 times this period where they've had like a partial 2-on-1 and Bennett's got there just in time. They're outplaying him so heavily in the offensive zone to where I would feel just fine sending an extra back checker.
Off the boards.
Especially with 6 minutes when you need to protect a lead.
Where the hash mark is the Huskies get it out. Did anybody touch that? They say no ice. It was touched by either Benet or OPRF. Huskies have it. Now out behind the net on the tape. And here's the thing, partner. Bennett's got to do a better job. Call for the pass and then get the stick down before the puck comes to you. A lot of the time, the stick's up in the air, and then they put it down just before the puck gets to their stick. I don't think they realize how fast that puck is coming towards them.
Yeah, it's sliding on a very slick sheet of ice. I've definitely seen that. A lot of sticks up in the air unnecessarily.
Call for it, then put the stick down and wait for the pass. I also get, just to play devil's advocate, I get why you don't want to put your stick down until the last second, so the defense might not know where the puck is going. But in a one-goal game like this, it's going to be a penalty against the Red Wings. Oh boy, Alex Karras taking a seat in the sin bin. They never make things easy on us, do they?
No, they do not. OPRF has a terrific chance to tie this game. Keep that puck in your zone, keep buzzing. I think they have 1 power play goal today, if I remember correctly. They got to get another one here if they want to tie this game. This might be their best shot.
You could consider pulling him now, and the reason I say that is it would become that extra man. You're already on the power play. 6 minutes to go.
I think that's an unnecessary risk. I would.
Well, they called the timeout, so I think they're going to talk about it and see what their power play 1 line thinks. Because you're not going to have as good of a chance as you have now. I mean, you can always pull the goalie later on. And Benet, by the way, might commit another bad penalty later out of the period. I doubt they would. The theory is you already have the power play. Benet probably wouldn't be aggressive. They would play, in either a diamond or square formation on the penalty kill. But if they steal, then they can just ice for the goal. And remember, this is regular NHL rules, not high-performance hockey league rules. If you ice, the puck stays deep. It doesn't go back to your end automatically.
And Benet already has the most shorthanded goals in the CCHL this year. Why make it easier by putting no goalie back there? I would not. It looks like OPRF is going to keep Jackson back there in the net.
Right. Now, that's just for now. They can always do it later.
They could.
And try to keep Benet off guard.
They definitely could. We'll see what type of play the coaching staff has drawn up off this faceoff. They do win it. We'll see if they can keep the puck in for a while.
Oh, boy.
Not there.
Nice play by Benet. Well, that's the bad thing, is if you pulled the goalie there, it would have been rather easy for Benet to steal at neutral ice and then get the empty netter goal.
That probably would have just been game over right there. I don't really see the need in doing that with 6 minutes to go.
No, I totally get. I just think, well, you haven't had a lot of opportunities this period. You have a power play you didn't think you were going to have. But I understand why they didn't pull the goalie there. What some teams will do, which is really interesting, is here's a chance for OPRF. Loose puck! Koehn living on the edge today, but he does enough there with the blocker to make sure that puck goes wide.
Great passes there by Benet. Got it to a man wide open in the slot, walked it down. Koehn comes up big.
I wonder if Andrew Schlie has gained a couple of gray hairs the way this game's gone today. Taking years off that life. That shot saved. Koehn, nice one.
OPRF might need to get some more bodies in front of that net. That was part of the reason they got their first goal, was a big screen in front. Might try to see a tip or something here when they get down the ice for their next attack.
That's the right guy to have the puck, Maxwell Fransen. He dumped it off, now past the blue line. OPRF trying to be taken off the puck. Chance shot! No! What a job stick handling through the defense, and they almost got a power play goal out of it.
Wesley was about a foot or two from getting a hat trick.
15 seconds remaining on the power play. Now you got to hurry. Oh, boy. Keep your stick down, kid. And it's back to neutral ice. Last chance on this rush. There's 57 after it. It's an icing called against the Huskies. That does it for their power play. They decide not to pull the goalie. So with under 1:30 to go, that's probably when Jackson will go to the bench.
2 minutes about probably when you'll see it. Great penalty kill there by Benet. They had maybe one or two chances there, but other than that, they kept the puck out of their defensive zone for a long time there. Got to be really impressed with the penalty kill for Benet, and they've stepped up today. The penalty kill in particular has gotten them out of a few jams.
Face-off won by the Redwings. This was a nice job on that face-off by Nikolas Hensel. He hasn't played a lot of minutes today, but Hensel is always a guy to watch out for. James Cannon, so far the player of the game. 3 stars. We announce them for every broadcast. We still have some hockey to go, but as of now, James Cannon would be star number 1. Wesley would be star number 2. And who would your 3rd star be, Chris?
When OPRF was winning, I was thinking it could have been, I was thinking it was going to be Pancelli. He scored the first goal and was great defensively in his own end, but I'm not so sure.
Yeah, probably the game-tying goal for Benet, which was that wraparound by Hudson Hollweck.
Yeah, that was a great play. He pretty much got that in all by himself.
Nice, another try, turnaround shot, and somehow that didn't go into the net. Time wasted right now. Carson Stone, chance, rebound try, and Jackson there to freeze it.
Jackson has really had to stand on his head in this 3rd period. He's allowed 2 goals, but mostly it's because Bennett's been just playing so well right in front of him. But that was a nice sequence from there. Sprawling on the ground. Keeps this at a 1-goal game. Might be important in these last 2 minutes when he eventually goes to the bench.
Up to Koehn. He did not start today. Christensen did. And for Benet, you can still crash the net. You can still be aggressive, but I think you need to avoid the pinches going forward. Give credit where credit is due. Even if the Huskies lose this one, look, they are not as talented as Benet. Bennett's probably one of the quickest, if not the quickest team in the CCHL. That shot wide off the stick of Dusek. They have played hard against the Redwings. Now they just got to find a way to finish. Good 2-line pass. Past the blue line. Toe drag himself. Chance shot. He scores! Wesley with a hat trick, and just like that, we're all tied up.
Blake Wesley said, if no one's coming down with me, I'm doing it myself. He goes through 2 Benet defenders, snipes it into the back of the net. We are all knotted up at 4 with 2 minutes to go. That was one of the best plays I've seen in high school hockey. That was a terrific play by Wesley.
My goodness gracious. Griffin Wesley with probably the best goal I've seen all season. And how about that, partner? New hockey game. And now decision time for Benet when they call their timeout of the game.
Just when we were talking about, OPRF, they've played really good this game. Might not come away with a win. Blake Wesley says, I am going in, and I am tying up this game.
Wow, Griffin Wesley with a fabulous goal. And partner, that's what happens when you don't take him off the body. When you play the stick, toe drags like that can happen. But regardless of Benet not taking him off the puck. That's a bad pass shot. He scores! Oh my goodness, a terrible pass. Thomas Dusek makes him pay. Don't go anywhere. This game is going back and forth.
Panicelli has played such a great game all day for OPRF, but a disastrous pass in front. I don't even know where he was trying to send that puck to. It's a shame. He's played so well all day, but one mistake like that, and Bennett's got the lead right back.
I think if you're Jack Panicelli, I think you have to buy your goalie a steak dinner. That's terrible. And Panicelli's played a very nice game, but boy, oh boy, you give your goalie no chance when you do that.
It's almost like that tying goal didn't even happen now. Now you're back to the drawing board about when is our goalie going to go back to the bench.
Wraparound try, can't get the shot on net. Turnaround backhanded shot. Hollweck, swing and a miss. He tries again, he goes wide with it. Karam's back over the corner, 1:54 to go. OPRF's got to get that puck out quickly. Oh boy, Jack Panicelli, what were you doing, bud? Worst place to break up the puck, right in front of your netminder.
Minute 38, OPRF on the attack. When will they send Jackson to the bench? He's going right now.
Yeah. You could have waited another 15 seconds, but the puck was deep. You might as well have more seconds to try to score on the 6-on-5 than less. Slapper, blocked. Puck scatters over to the boards. Now to the point. Chance, shot. Getting the pad on it was Koehn, and now out behind Koehn. Backhander. Benet after it. Nice pass, shot. Right into the breadbasket. And some pushing and shoving. And Wesley out there, obviously. He's got to be so tired. I've barely seen him on the bench today, Quincy.
He's definitely, I think regardless of how this game ends score-wise, he probably should be the first star of the game.
That was a fabulous goal.
Hat trick, terrific toe drag goal to tie the game with 2 minutes. I don't care what anyone says. He's my first star of the game. I know people don't like it. I think only one time in history they gave the Super Bowl MVP to a losing player. It was when Dallas lost to the Colts, and I think Super Bowl V. I can't remember.
It was the linebacker for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
that gave it to.
But it's like, I don't want the first star of the game or game MVP. I would have rather have gotten the win, and I'm sure Wesley probably feels the same way. But he has definitely played his A+ to A++ game today. He's been terrific.
So in hockey, they wait till the Stanley Cup final is over. Remember, it's called the final, not the finals.
Yeah, Stanley Cup final.
And they award the Conn Smythe. Do you know the name of the Anaheim Ducks goaltender who won the Conn Smythe, even though they lost 4-3 to the New Jersey Devils?
Oh my, his name is like on the tip. You're going to say it, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I should have known that. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it.
Jones Sebastian Jaguar.
I knew that. You see, I knew it was going to be something like that. Great goaltender, though.
Yeah, that was a fabulous series. If you have some time, guys, people that are watching, guys and girls that are watching today's broadcast, they did a 30 for 30 short called when Disney was on ice. I forget the name of it.
When that Ducks team made the finals.
And it was about how Paul Kariya came back off a concussion, which was a little suspect. They didn't have concussion protocol back then, so in today's Stanley Cup final, he probably wouldn't have played the next game after suffering the concussion. But he scored in Game 6. That was in Anaheim. They won that, but unfortunately they lost Game 7. That was in New Jersey. And is Karras? No, I thought he was in the sin bin. I'm like, what's going on?
An OPRF player was down after that last scuffle in front of the net. They had to take a break, get him off or something.
But yeah, I mean, you can make the argument Griffin Wesley is the #1 star. Dusek has the game winner. Boy, Jack Panicelli, right? Well, sometimes the way you learn in hockey is making mistakes. That was a big mistake.
There's still time. Still a minute 4 left. We didn't think they would tie it up with 2 minutes to go. Who's to say they won't tie it up with 1 minute?
So there are 2 people in the box. I was right the first time, but they're not going to say it was an easy game for fighting. So both guys will be in the box for 5 minutes. We'll have 5-on-5, now 6-on-5 hockey, as Jackson's still not out there. That shot good saved by Koehn. He hasn't been perfect today, partner, but he's made the saves he's needed to make. That shot wide. Time running out for OPRF, but they still have time, and now an injury. Oh, boy, he's holding the knee. Oh, boy. Oh, man. This is tough to watch.
That's Dicosola down. Hopefully he is okay. They're going to need him in that next game against City.
You can put pressure on it.
He got up under his own.
19 is Petrados, 18 is Dicosola. I like the sportsmanship by OPRF going to one knee. Remembrance. Well, unless something crazy happens, Bennett's going to win this hockey game, but they have to fight for it. But we still got plenty of hockey left. That shot, another try, and that puck's loose again, partner. The officiating crew's been good, but not great. Two of those plays, let it happen. Don't blow it dead so quickly.
Yeah, Koehn, multiple times, we mentioned this earlier, not securing the puck and stopping the play when it comes near him. That was another one. He's got to get a talking to Coach Schlie about that, because he has been pretty bad in that department.
Hey, he's got to do a better job. You got to put all your energy and all your muscles into freezing that puck, because everybody's going after that puck, especially a team that's down by a goal with 50 seconds left. And that puck was loose, partner. I think that was a mistake by the nearest ref. No choice but to pinch this late in the game, still down by 1.
OPRF has kept this in the zone the whole time they've had 6 men on the ice.
Took too much time and couldn't get the shot that he wanted to. Could Griffin Lane. As that one will go just wide. And they didn't have to do that, Quincy. What they could have done is just a little tap pass to waste time. When you ice like that, you either score the goal, it hits off the post, or it's another icing call where OPRF can get fresh legs out there for a 6-on-5.
Bennett saw that open net. They're like, we're firing that. We're trying to stat pad a little bit. I definitely would have rather seen a little slow flip down the ice. But 5.1 seconds, still time for OPRF to maybe get a quick shot. They win this faceoff.
You got time for maybe 2 passes and a shot. And Bennett, excellent job just tying themselves up on the boards, and it's a victory for Bennett. They had to fight for it, partner, and they got a little bit of luck, too.
Big gut check win. Down 3-1. It got it to 3-2 going into the third period. Scored 2 goals. Didn't make it easy. They did allow the tying goal, but they scored right afterwards. Without their 3 best players, without their starting goaltender, they still find a way to get the win. You got to be pleased, even with not winning this game by multiple goals.
It was a fun one, partner. Probably the second best game that we've done all year. The best one's got to be that overtime 3-on-3 where Thomas Dusek scored on the breakaway. You weren't there for that. Nolan Harmon was, but
I was doing stats for that game.
You were, that's right. You were doing stats.
St. Rita scored 5 goals in a row after Bennett scored the first 3.
Right.
That kid was crazy.
That was, but then one of their players got ejected.
Yeah, and they were trying to fight like right outside the tunnel too.
Yeah, and then Bennett scored 2 unanswered, including a bad goal given up by the St. Rita goalie. And then Thomas Dusek 3-on-3 overtime, and Dusek for some reason had a breakaway out of 3-on-3, and he scored past the St. Rita netminder, and that was the 6-5 win. But definitely this game, guys, this was our second best broadcast of the year. We still have some more. It's still to be determined on January 20th. They most likely will be playing Fenwick. Check BennetHockey.com to see who their official opponent will be. That does it for our play-by-play broadcast. Post-game interview coming up next. This is Benet Hockey here on Recruitlings. Welcome to the post-game show, brought to you by Recruitlings. I'm Kyle Smith, along with the Recruitlings player of the game, Ava Christensen, the starting goalie today, as Benet wins 5-4. Ava, you guys have found ways to win hockey games in a lot of different ways. Today was definitely one of the most unique ways.
Yeah, I think we played really good, and we made good plays together, and we played really well in the D zone, so that helps a lot.
Were you surprised how the game ended with OPRF breaking the puck up the middle of the ice like they did?
Yeah, because they were kind of shaky in the beginning of the third period, so I think that was good for us.
Did you talk to Tommy Dusek, what he was thinking when the puck just magically goes on his stick, they break it up in the middle of the ice like that, he steals it, and then he gets the game-winning goal?
I didn't, but I'm sure he feels really good about it, so...
Big win for you guys. Did you guys want to get that revenge win after tying them 3-3 earlier in the season?
Yeah, for sure.
Only gave up 2 goals. You had a very nice game. What have you worked on in practice in that goalie crease?
It's
okay.
I don't know.
You don't know? That's okay. So a 5-4 win for you guys is a big game tomorrow against St. Ignatius. What has the coaching staff told you? You win that game, you go into second place in the CCHL.
Just play as hard as we can and try to get back at them for last game. And, yeah.
What are kind of the differences between at Seven Bridges versus playing at Fifth Third Ice Arena?
It's going to be packed, and it's really busy, and it's their home rink, so it's a little bit harder.
Going to be a lot of St. Ignatius fans trying to give you guys a little trash talk?
Yeah.
Final thoughts about the win today? You get that non-conference win in the revenge game against OPRF.
Feels good, so...
That's Ava Christensen. That does it for our post-game show. Post-game wrap-up coming up next.
Brian's Garage Door Solutions. 25 years of expert residential and commercial garage door design, sales, and service, and almost 1,000 5-star Google reviews. Tate Enterprises. Design and remodeling for kitchens, basements, bathrooms, whole house, and home additions. Max Heads Custom Kick Drum Heads. Design online, upload, create, rock. If you're in a band, you need a Max Head.
Hi, my name is Brian Koehn. I am the president of Soccer 2000. We are a soccer specialty store located in Downers Grove. We specialize in servicing club uniforms and a personalized retail experience. Soccer 2000 has an exclusive team center that includes a wide variety of uniform kits to help your club choose the next kits that will make you guys look great on the field. Contact us at 630-241-9500 or find us online at soccer2000.com.
Did you know that you can advertise your business on our live streams? You sure can. Contact us about the numerous advertising opportunities we offer to local businesses during our sports live streams. Build brand awareness, engage customers, and support your local sports teams. Contact us for more information.
How's it going, everybody? For the final time, Kyle Smith alongside Quincy Bell as a 5-4 victory today for the Benet Academy Redwings. Well, partner, you never want to say one play defines the game. There's a million different reasons why one team scored 5 goals and the other team scored 4. But Jack Penicelli, what are you doing, man? Terrible pass out in front of the net, and Dusek made him pay.
Look, OPRF played a great game. They brought Benet down to their knees, and they gave them all that they wanted throughout this entire game. And Penicelli was part of the reason. He scored the first goal, did great in front of the net, protecting his goalie, had, I think, an assist later in the game. But that was just a really bad pass. I know he's going to be kicking himself over that, but overall, if you're the OPRF coaching staff in this locker room, you got to say, look, this is a team that's top 3 in the CCHL. They're one of the best teams in the state, Northwest Illinois, everything. You can't be too disappointed about this loss. They did everything they could.
Yeah, but it's a big mistake, and it's something you have to learn the hard way, where there's a reason why you want to break up the puck off the glass.
Yeah.
If you're going to go up the center, you want to have more numbers for your team versus the other team. Let's get off that, though. What a play that was made by Griffin Wesley. He had the hat trick. Toe drags around 2 defenders. They tied the score when it looked like Benet kind of had it in hand. Griffin Wesley, what can you say? Hat trick. And the third goal, maybe the best goal we've seen all season.
He is my first star of the game. Despite being on the losing team, he was terrific all game. 3 goals, a Herculean toe drag up around goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the best plays I've ever seen from a high schooler in a hockey game with 2 minutes to tie the game. That was terrific, but ultimately give a lot of credit to Benet, though. Without their 3 best players, without their starting goaltender, down 3-1 in this game, still found a way to win rather than lose. That's what good teams do.
And they used 2 goalies today, too. We talked to Ava Christensen in the post-game show. She was a little nervous. It was her first time on camera, but once she gets used to it, she'll be much better. The coaching staff for OPRF, led by Cole Harris, and the assistants in Josh Powers, Mike Murphy, and Ben Osler, they did a fabulous job getting this team ready. They just got to find a way to finish.
Yeah.
That's why they're 8-23-1, now 8-24-1. Got to find a way to finish, and they just couldn't finish today. A bad mistake at the worst time, one of the worst things you can do at a hockey game, breaking the puck up the middle from one of your best players, and that's one of the reasons they've lost 24 hockey games. But let's talk more about Benet. They win 5-4, big game coming up tomorrow against St. Ignatius.
They're going to need to play better than that if they want to beat St. Ignatius. That's for sure, because they won the first time against them 4-2, got whooped 6-3 last time in their own arena. They got to come out with a statement tomorrow.
There's going to be a lot of Chicago fans at that St. Ignatius game, so we'll see. On the road, it's a tough place to play at Fifth Third Ice Arena. We'll see how St. Ignatius does. I mean, and Benet, obviously, if Benet wins, they get second place in the CCHL for the regular season. So far, excellent crew. For Trent Pfeiffer and for Eric Ratchey, this is Quincy Bell. I'm Kyle Smith. We'll see you next time. It'll most likely be a home game against Fenwick on January 20th. But for now, please drive home safely.
We'll be right back.